Got a couple more comics for you. Your next comic coming to the stage, she is a stand-up. She performs all over town. She's also an improviser. She performs here with a bunch of groups. You've seen her on Inside Amy Schumer. Please welcome Emily Russell.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Date night, right? Yeah. So I'm recently single. Yep, no claps for that, thank you. I left my husband because I found out that he was smoking crack. I know, right? Turns out after being with me for 9 years, smoking crack seems like a bright future. All my girlfriends used to say that he was my rock, but it turns out I wasn't his. That doesn't need an aw. You know, I'm kind of glad that he bought me an emerald engagement ring instead of a diamond, because he probably would have just tried to smoke that. You know, I always thought our relationship was pretty solid. Even if I was too tired to have sex, I was always offered to like slow clap while he masturbated. You know, I thought that was pretty generous. But yeah, 33 and single is definitely not where I thought I was gonna be. I had a guy hit on me the other day. He called me sturdy. Pretty sure that wasn't a compliment. I'm like, what, do you want me to come help you move or something? I don't, like, do you think you can balance your beer on my lower back while you fuck me from behind? Like, that's not what I want to be. I had another guy hit on me. It was actually a homeless guy. That was great. Everyone else walks by and he goes, spare change, you know, spare change. I walk by and he goes, hey mom, I won't take you home. I mean, I assume he meant to my place. No, like, for real, like, what makes him think I would sleep with a homeless guy again? Right? Like, fool me once. The worst part about sleeping with a homeless guy is afterwards you can't be like, oh, this sex was great, but, you know, I think you should go, what, outside? Like, what do you say? I don't know. I'm really nervous to date in Trump's America. I've been single for about 6 months now, and nobody's tried to grab me by the pussy, so I don't even think I'm pretty anymore. And I feel like women, as they age, are kind of like houses. You got to put more work and more money into them, and it just doesn't really show as much. So I went on Groupon the other day, and I bought like one of those Groupons for a facial. But it was really disappointing because when I got there, he just came in my mouth. Like, that's not what I paid for. The first guy I ever slept with told me I was a blowjob child prodigy. Yeah, I mean, I told my parents he was 16, but he was not. If I could go back and talk to 13-year-old Emily, I'd be like, Emily, what are you doing dating a 20-year-old weed dealer who lives in his mom's basement? Like, you need to have some standards, okay? You need to have some self-respect. You should at least be dating a 21-year-old coke dealer who has his own house. Am I right? That's true. I think I'm just going to be single for a while. I was rubbing one out the other day, and I woke my cat up. Has anyone ever done that? She was sleeping at the end of the bed. I didn't realize she was there. And like, we made eye contact, which was kind of awkward. And then she just lifted her leg and started licking her asshole. So I think we're kind of technically together now, but I'm not sure. I did go on Amazon to buy a new vibrator because I'm too embarrassed to go to a store to buy one, but I'm not too embarrassed to tell an entire crowd of strangers that I went on Amazon to get one. It had 10 speeds. Which is perfect because I always wanted my vibrator to be more like my childhood bicycle. But I think my favorite part of that experience was the suggested purchases. So what was it? It was batteries, even though it was a rechargeable vibrator. It was a 3 CD, no, it was the entire box set of Sex and the City, because obviously I'm sad and lonely, and noise-canceling headphones. Like, I'm not sure if those are for me or for my neighbors, so I bought 2 pairs. But clearly I have a problem with being interested in people with substance abuse problems, and I think that's because of where I grew up. I'm from Massachusetts originally. Woohoo! Thank you. I grew up on Cape Cod, and yeah, there we go. Somebody likes sand and cocaine. Yeah, exactly. So HBO recently did a documentary on the heroin epidemic on Cape Cod, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's all I needed to do to get an HBO special? What the hell am I doing dying up here? Anyway, my name is Emily Russell, and that's my time.
Here we go, Emily. Guys, we have 2 more comics left.